Supernatural. I'm really excited. Yes, I am. Hello everyone, welcome back to Asha Media TV. My name is Asha for those of you that don't know, and if you're new here to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is where I like to watch and react and review a variety of sci-fi slash fantasy slash comic book related stuff. And in today's episode, I am going to be watching the second episode called Wendigo, I think? Yes, Wendigo. Yes. Of Supernatural. And first off, I want to thank all of you that watched my reaction to the pilot episode and for your encouraging comments. Wow, I was really, again, overwhelmed of how massive a fan base is, but at the same time, too, not surprised. And I apologize profusely a million times over, if you can think of a million apologies flowing to you right now. For the audio, it was really bad. There's an echo that I wasn't really fully aware of during the editing process. And I actually didn't take note of it till I listened to it again. I was like, oopsies. All right. For those of you who haven't watched my news update video, okay, it's somewhere here I've posted, okay, please watch it. There will be changes as of April 1st. And I don't want to go into too many details about it, so go watch that video. But for now, this is the last video you'll see of my reaction to Supernatural episodes or any episode or movie until April 1st, where I'm going to be uploading my reactions in full, without edits, in its completion, with more uploads of more episodes per week, somewhere else. And for details about that, you'll have to wait till Friday. I will upload a video specifically about that. And no, it's not Patreon, okay, for those of you wondering. But for now, this is my reaction that I'm going to have. It's very condensed. I've condensed it. And the clips may seem a bit choppy with my reaction because, again, I'm really new to editing. So I apologize in advance. However, I think the audio should be a lot better because I got some coaching on how to tweak it properly for a video on YouTube. However, I know if you're unsatisfied or there's something wrong, I trust you'll leave it in the comments nonetheless. Now, before I press play, here's my spoiler warning. If you haven't watched episode 2 of Supernatural, spoilers! And I may reference episode 1, so I have to put it up there because I know I'm not the only one that hasn't watched the show. Or am I? Anyway, spoilers ahead. Alright, people. Now let's get to watching episode 2! I'm so excited, really, I honestly am. Blackwater Ridge, Lost Creek, Colorado!
Hey Haley, day 6. We're still out near Blackwater Ridge. We're fine, keep it safe, so don't worry.
Look at the cell phones! I actually had one of those. I'm telling you, it's the tech I'm gonna really enjoy. I want to see a shadow of like their claws. It's gonna get him from the back. Ah! Okay, I got my claw. I got my claw. Shit, that was good. That was good. Palo Alto. Palo Alto. Palo Alto.
Blackwater Ridge. What about it? There's nothing there. It's just woods.
Oh.
How's he sitting us to the middle of nowhere?
Okay, I'm getting the pattern. Where they end up going every episode is where their dad is. Okay.
We should know what we're walking into before we actually
Yeah,
walk
man.
into it. What? Well, since when do you all shoot first, ask questions later anyway? Since now.
Since my girlfriend died. It's a good reason.
I can't sit around here anymore, so I hired a guide. I'm heading out in the morning, and I'm gonna find Tommy myself.
I think I know how you feel.
I just realized who that kid was at the table. Young Han Solo! Oh my goodness.
Watch this. Here's a picture. I downloaded that guy Tommy's videos with a laptop. Yeah. Check this out.
Windows! What was it? Windows 8 back then? Windows 7? Windows 98?
Cannot let that Haley girl go out there. Oh, yeah? What are we gonna tell her? She can't go into the woods because of a big scary monster?
Literally, yeah.
So finding that's not enough? Now we gotta babysit too?
Sam. Is it just me or is he, like, kind of heartless? I don't want to upset you Sam fans. Okay, so he keeps them alive for the feeding? Or she. Could be a she. Turn around, bro. Turn around. You're next! You're next. I think he'll get saved in the nick of time, right?
So who the hell are you?
Are you really gonna tell her?
Sam and I are brothers, and we're looking for a father. He might be here, we don't know. Besides, it's probably the most honest I've ever been with a woman. Ever.
Take that and run, girl.
And what do you mean I didn't pack provisions?
Such a flirt. I love it.
It's weird. I'll tell you what. It's no skinwalker or black dog.
The tracks just vanish. So is he going through something that can't be traced? Like a portal door or something?
All right. Check that out.
Oh, come on. Wendigos are in the Minnesota woods or northern Michigan. I've never even heard of one.
Wendigos. That's how you say it?
We'll never beat it, not in the dark. We need to settle in and protect ourselves.
How?
Where are you gonna go? Is there a cabin in the woods? Good movie, by the way.
So let's get these people back to town and let's hit the road.
Why?
Go find Dad. I mean, why are we still even here?
You gotta finish what you started, man. Can't just leave them there.
This is why. This book. This is Dad's single most valuable possession. Everything he knows about every evil thing is in here. I think he wants us to pick up where he left off.
Why doesn't he just call us? Why doesn't he tell us what he wants? Tell us where he is?
Yeah, that's bugging me, you know.
But the way I see it, Dad's given us a job to do, and I intend to do it.
No. I gotta find Dad. I gotta find Jessica's killer.
All right, Sam, we'll find them, I promise.
Don't fall for it.
It's okay. You'll be alright, I promise.
All right, jump scares. I know jump scares are coming. I told you he's the first one to go. Big mouths are always the first ones to die. Although he was justified. Did you just snap his neck and draw him up trees?
How do you know about this stuff?
My daddy wrote a journal.
Kind of runs in the family.
He has a better answer.
More than anything, the Wendigo knows how to last long winters without food. It hibernates for years at a time. When it's awake, it keeps its victims alive. It stores them, so it can feed whenever it wants. Guns are useless, so are knives. Basically, we gotta torch the sucker.
Baby Solo's like, no! Can I go home and you take care of this? If I were him, I'd suggest that. Like, okay, you're the older sister. You're fine without me. Is it more than one of them? Or they're just moving so fast? Oh no. Oh. Yeah, blood dripping on people is a thing in this show, it seems. Oh, classic female screaming.
Dean!
I got Dean. No.
They went this way.
Those M&Ms come in handy. So is Dean like slipping that out as he's being captured or what? Or they're just falling out of his pocket? So how is he going to protect himself if they just come attacking him? He has no weapons. Oh my god. That's a good trap. Ah! I want to know how they're going to get out of this one. Does he still have the fire torch with him? Oh, is that the brother? Is he still alive? I hope he's alive. He's like, boo! That's a relief, man.
Check it out. Flare guns. Those will work.
Convenient. It tastes like fried chicken. KFC specialty. He actually said white meat. Okay, it's practical effects, which is good. Here comes the CG! A la 2005.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. Sam was willing to risk his life right there. He's got a heart. I think it's just hard for him.
Must have weighed 800, 900 pounds.
Teen Solo.
I don't know how to thank you. Must you cheapen me?
He actually says, yeah.
His brother?
I already called it. It's Dean for life, man. It's Dean for life.
Thanks, Sam.
Man, I hate camping.
So do I.
Me too.
I'm driving.
I thought he was going to change his mind and be like, oh no, you missed your chance, you know? Okay. I have a lot of questions. All right. Let's get to it. A very entertaining episode. Yay! And I'm only on episode 2 out of a lot of episodes. Okay, so what I like to do is kind of focus on elements that were confusing for me or that I didn't like or had questions about. And then I'll end off with some stuff that I really appreciated with this specific episode. So, questions. I have more questions than I do critique. I can't think of anything I didn't like, really. I was entertained from the beginning to the end. There were no moments where I was like, rolling my eyes of like disgust or annoyance. The lines are great. I know I'm going to really enjoy Supernatural as a whole for this kind of really fun writing. Some surprising lines in there, but I have to remember the time that was shot, right? When things weren't so PC. Anyway, so questions I have. First question is that, and mind you, this is not necessarily for you to answer in the comment box. Please actually don't answer it. I'm just letting you know what questions I have, so you know what I'm going to be looking for in subsequent episodes. You're more than welcome to let me know if I'm on the right track with my questioning. Like, for instance, if I predict something that likely will happen, or if it's related to anything, you can give me hints. You can say, hey, you're going to find that out at the end of the season. I don't mind things like that. I don't mind having an expectation of when, but not necessarily the how. I don't want to know the how, because that to me is the real spoilers, when you tell me how it happens. Okay, first question that I have is Sam's reaction to his girlfriend's death. I found that a little strange, that he was like, I need to find her killer, when it's like, well, that's how your mom died. So all I could think of is, because he was an infant at the time, did they not tell him how his mom died? For him to recognize the pattern that his girlfriend died the same way, and that it has a lot to do with the supernatural. Unless I completely misunderstood his reaction and I'm over exaggerating my own confusion, of course, let me know. It just, from that moment, it just seemed as if he was referring to the killer like it was a regular person that came into his house and, pinned up his girlfriend up there. Unless he is referring to a supernatural killer creature that only his dad can figure out, because they're trying to find the killer. They're trying to find who killed their mom, and they know it's of a supernatural nature. Not that I said that out loud, I think that's what it is. Right? Anyway, so I was a bit confused on that. It just seemed as if he was talking about two separate things, to clarify why I'm confused. All right, and next question I have is the dad. I know that's the mystery, but it's driving me nuts, and I'm only in episode 2. I gotta be patient. I know everything will reveal itself, but so far what I'm thinking is he leaves them their journal, which, wouldn't you need that for your own thing? So all I could think of is the dad left the journal for them as, passing on perhaps, yes, the family business, but I feel like there's more to it. It just doesn't make any sense that he would just leave them on this Easter egg hunt to find him, and he's leaving them all the tools he would use himself to hunt the things he hunts. So, based on so many similar type shows I've watched, I can only assume, and I swear, if I'm right about this, please believe me, I did not look up anything. I'm just putting two and two together a little bit. I did go back to watch episode 1 again, because while you're reacting, you miss stuff, Promise you, I did not look up spoilers or anything. I refuse. I'm not doing that. I'm not ruining the experience for myself to be genuinely surprised. But when I went back, the dude that was at the crib, that the mom mistakenly thought it was her husband, he looked like the dad. So, this is called the supernatural. Tell me if I'm on the right path. The dad leaves behind all his stuff for his sons, what seems like he's passing on the business. But is the dad supernatural himself? Because who was that person at Sam's crib at the time that happened to his mom? So, yeah, I think that's the first real Easter egg, in my opinion. And if I'm wrong, just say, Asha, your predictions about the dad is wrong. Just write that, okay? So I don't keep going on and on about it. But I'm assuming there is definitely a supernatural element to the father. Because, like, who was that duplicate of him, right? Does he have a doppelganger we don't know about? I mean, it is a supernatural show. You know, is it the dad from the future who came into the past? Or is it a demon? Is his dad a demon? I can see demons. I remember an episode from Grimm where, or maybe it was a different show, actually, I'm thinking of. But anyway, I just want to know, okay, is the dad a supernatural creature himself? Just please put yes or no. Maybe it's too much of a spoiler if I'm right, huh? I don't know. Use your discretion. I may not see your comment. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so yes, I think the dad is a supernatural person. Or he's dead. Like, that actually crossed my mind. I was like, maybe he died, and that doppelganger dad from episode 1 is the one who left those clues to kind of, entice the sons to come in so he can kill them like he killed their mom. I don't know. Or he has an evil twin. All I know is that when I went back to episode 1, the dad was in the room and the dad was downstairs, and I'm like, okay, there's 2 of them. That's all I really know for sure. So if I'm on the right path with my dad theories, I kind of want to know. It's like I want to know and I don't want to know. Anyway, so that's where I'm thinking. Okay, let's now focus on the stuff I really liked with this episode. Granted, I'll probably always repeat all the funny stuff from the past, the technology, the BlackBerry phones, the internet, Windows. Anyway, so yeah, that's always a given. I will try my best not to repeat that as things I like in every episode. All right, so if I keep things focused right now on this episode, I like the extra layer that we're seeing to Sam's anguish. I can clearly see that because the actor, Jared Padalecki, sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, he is a good actor. Like, for those of you that may not know, I've been trained as an actor. I do it on the side wherever I can and wherever I get a role. And so when I recognize really skillful actors, it's always like a joy, even more so, to watch performance. And he's really good. And not to say Jensen Ackles isn't. He's good too. But I'm just saying that Sam really was impressive to me. And with his performance, showing these layers of emotion with Sam's reluctance, it's interesting. I can't wait to see how far or how much they flesh out of the difference in mentality between the brothers, because it's night and day from what I'm seeing. Sam really, really focuses on, like, okay, let's get to the point. We can't have too many distractions. Whereas Dean is like, let's be smart about it. Let's have a little fun if we can. He's kind of more mild in attitude, so I think that's why I relate so quickly to him. And Sam is like me 10 years ago. A little bit uptight, just a little bit like, anger management issues, and but rightly so. And that's what I want to convey, in case I don't want to offend any Sam fans here. From the initial impression so far, it's very clear that there's a lot of emotional baggage that they both carry, but one just handles it differently than others. And that kind of contrast, you need it in character development, and in also showing how the characters get along with these differences and how they fall apart or rift apart as siblings or as friends or as whatever relationship they have. So all of that put together, I love how it's gradually being fleshed out episode per episode. And many of you validated my claim that it seems that the heart of the show is about the relationship between these two brothers. So I'm here for all of it. I'm here for Dean, as you know, and I think Sam's a cutie. I don't think he's not unattractive. He's just not the type that I would quickly look at and be like, hello, hi. Okay. And the next thing I really liked about this episode, which I commented here and there, was the practical effects. I always appreciate practical effects whenever they can do it, especially when it's really well done. And that creature, that Wendigo, was really well done up until, it burst into artificial cartoonish flames, which, granted, at that time, as I've said in my previous episode reaction, I know at that time that was the best of the best that they can get for with the budget they have back in the day. But still, I appreciate practical effects, and I'm so used to it a lot too from Buffy, the Vampire Slayer episodes from much earlier than that, which to me is the predecessor of a lot of these supernatural type shows that came on later on. So I always appreciate practical effects. And the last thing I will say I really appreciate with this episode was that no character was a waste of time, really. Maybe just a tiny bit the little brother, Teen Solo, as I was calling him. Because in my mind, I'm just like, it should have just maybe just been the sister. Why would the brother come along for such a dangerous trek? But then again, thinking about it now as I'm saying it out loud, in their minds, they're thinking it was like a grizzly bear. And then they had that hunter there who was, experienced and who thought it was something benign as well. And we found out it wasn't, right? So I see where the character of that hunter plays its part, and I see where the sister plays her part. But Teen Solo himself, sorry, I keep calling him that because I can't remember the actor's name, nor do I remember the character's name. I just felt he was kind of like you shouldn't be there, kid, kind of thing. You should be at home. But whatever. Aside from that, though, I like the use of them. They weren't completely a waste. Like, for instance, let's say they made it where it was her and, like, 4 other cousins and her whole neighborhood were going to try to look for their brother in the woods, and they each were given just a line for the sake of being given a line. Because these days there are TV shows that do that. They're just throwing in characters for the sake of check marking a list of things. Anyway, there you have it. That is my reaction and review of episode 2 of Supernatural Wendigo. And I look forward to seeing episode 3 and seeing if any of my theories about the dad, if there are clues to that. Feel free to leave your comments below if I'm on the right track about the dad. And feel free as well if you want to kind of give me more insight without spoilers, if it's possible, about how you perceive the mindset or mentality of Sam versus Dean. And what I mean by that is, what are consistent traits? I don't mind this. If it doesn't lead into spoilers about things that happen to them, I would like, for you to simplify in your words how you viewed Sam and Dean. Maybe we could just start with season 1. What was the personality? What was the journey in terms of their behavior for season 1 between Sam and Dean? I like knowing other people's perception of that so that if I spot it in an episode, I can kind of think back on the comment, oh, that person thought that. Because I do read most of the comments, 90% of them. And the other 10%, sometimes I miss, okay? But either way, I am curious about your thoughts about how you've perceived these 2 characters in season 1. And so it would be interesting to compare your perceptions as I ask questions about them in this form or of a similar nature in season 2 when I get there eventually. Now, just in case you did skip over certain parts of this video, and hopefully you've landed here as I'm about to say this, I have actually uploaded a video about some updates and changes I'll be making to my channel as of April 1st. So it's coming up within a week. And if you want to know more details about that, click on the link below, or above me, or below, because I'm going to be putting them as many places as I possibly can for the next week. Because if you are a current subscriber, I will be changing up the format of my videos and the type of videos I post on my channel related to my reactions to Supernatural specifically and The Expanse predominantly. And basically, I'm going to be transferring my reactions to another platform so that I can give those that really are interested in my style of reacting more of an opportunity to watch my reaction with less editing, less tweaking of anything, and with more engagement and with more uploads of episodes. If I'm spending less time editing, I could spend more time watching more episodes and reacting and asking questions and pausing where I can, and basically have more engagement and create this little community of mine where I can engage with people who like this show. And especially for those of you who are experts at Supernatural and you enjoy watching people's reactions, I hope I could be one of those people on your list that you'd be willing to invest in to watch my own journey with this show off of YouTube so I have less restrictions. All the information about those changes are in that video, as well as another video I'll be posting this coming Friday. So if you haven't subscribed already, now's the time. You see the information on the screen. Go ahead. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all an amazing week, because here where I am right now, we are under a third lockdown, and I'm just in that mode where I'm just wishing everybody the best, because feeling the best can be very challenging. And so thank you all for your support, for those that care about this channel and care about my reactions and care about my reviews. Bless you all. Peace to everybody. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos and subscribe. You know you wanna.